Welcome to episode 180 of Screen Printing Marketing. I am Sean Michael Lewis, and today I'm excited to continue day 3 of building a target list for 60 minutes a day for your screen printing business. Now, this is something we started a couple days ago, and we're kind of documenting the process for a solid 5 days, and then we're going to show the follow-up of what you can do with this target list over the next several weeks. So, as I've explained earlier, my role is very convoluted, running multiple business enterprise, and tier level threads and stuff is one of the businesses that I own. Very passionate about it. Love the apparel decorating business and seeing that grow. So this list will be engaging with my team. I'll be taking them out in the field, teaching them sales basics, sales advanced technique on how they can start to cultivate the list that we've made. So far in 2 days, we have already added about 90 targets within less than a 5-mile radius of the store. So we're going to continue this today by picking up right where we left off. So I'm going to go ahead and start hitting some more businesses right here in this area. And the next one is going to be a business called Sky Nails, and we are just going to keep moving right here. Let me click on that. There we go. And this is actually a really nice nail salon. Have seen this before. Again, we are pretty much putting all businesses that might have a need, desire to buy shirts, any type of apparel for their customers, for their staff, and you know, really, a lot of times you might look at businesses and say, oh, they would never order shirts from us, but you don't know who works there. You don't know the people that might have family reunions or other a church they belong to or something like that. So it's extremely beneficial to put as much information in there as you can. For some reason, the phone numbers, I must have not have logged those. I'm gonna have to go back and add those in a little bit later. But most of the time we're going to be adding this information as we go back out in the field to gather more information as well. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up a little bit right here. And we are going to keep moving along. And you can see I'm just pulling up Google Maps, and I'm just kind of going through each individual business within the vicinity of where the shop is located. The reason for this is I'm not going to be driving all over town. I am going to create additional target lists of opportunities in the area that I feel are worth going after. We'll call those our whale hunting relationship. And I mean, those are definitely important to go after some of the big ones, but this is the everyday small business. This is one of the reasons why during COVID-19 we were able to keep growing and not decline in sales, because we were working with so many local-based businesses, essential businesses, need to stay open type businesses, and it made a big deal, or all the difference in the world. So we're going to keep going here. The next one is called Dance Dynamics. Looks like a dance studio, and looks like they do ballet and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're going to go ahead and put that in here as well. And again, we're just adding consistently. This is going to be a nice list of well over 100 contacts by the end of day 5 that we are going to be able to work with for a pretty good amount of time. But, you know, the whole point is once you kind of get out there and you touch all these people over a certain period of time, you want to get back to creating the more additional targets and work your way out of that radius as well. So let's go ahead and put her phone number in there as well. All right, and we're going to keep moving along right now. So next one we have is a Liberty Tax Service, like we talked about Jackson Hewitt last week. This is definitely a good opportunity because they're probably franchise owned, and they can definitely see a benefit from getting embroidery, hats, whatever they do. Actually, this one is temporary closed, so I thought it looked like it was not, and it could be a mistake, but I'll just wait till we go by there to verify that. All right, so I know Papa Murphy's is not there or not located there. Wait, I think they actually are. I don't know. They moved a couple times. They were in another location, but we're going to keep moving here. BA Lawn and Garden. This is one of the premier lawn and garden equipment suppliers, commercial and residential. So they definitely, I know they owe shirts because I've been in there buying equipment before. So again, good option. They're buying garments from somewhere. Why not it be you? So we're going to go ahead and put the information in here as well. And again, you're probably listening to this and you're going, this is so boring. Why are we still listening to this? It's so repetitive. Because the repetition is what makes you stronger. When you are building habits It is the detailed repetition that puts your money where your mouth is. It's just like if you go to the gym and you start working out. You start with small reps, you increase the reps, you increase the weights, and things start to grow accordingly. So, all right, we got another dispensary here called Big Bud's Dispensary. It's a new one. They're definitely coming out with a bang. We've already got some good reviews on there and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and put their address in as well. The dispensaries are all ordering shirts right now, so they're a great opportunity for your business. And what's cool is, many of you offer multiple services. Like we got into embroidery about a year ago and absolutely loving it. And we're getting so much business from it but we have to communicate and tell people that it's available. They don't necessarily know, especially when you do multiple things for your business, they might not know all the services that you provide. So you have to be very strategic about making sure you communicate that. All right, next one we have is Uncle Vinny's New York style pizzeria. Very good restaurant, one of my favorite. They have very good New York style pizza. And I'm going to go and put that in there. You can go there and get pizza by the slice. I know that because we've eaten there before. So, and again, they definitely have shirts for all their employees. I know that, but they're not ordering from us. So I know some of our team members, they eat there consistently. So I think they might already be in discussion, but again, even if there's relationships in point, you still want to put it on your target list to get into your CRM. All right, the next one is Ink Shaved Ice. Cool, like snow cone type place. Very popular in the summer in Oklahoma when it hits those 100-degree temperatures. So I think these are cool places to do like tie-dye inspired designs, things like that. Just something like really kind of cool, trendy looking. They absolutely look great for their employees, and their customers will probably buy them too. So, and that's something you got to be very intentional when you're out marketing. Is like talk to people about, revenue centers like creating shirts to sell, but beyond that, don't just put your logo on it. Like make the designs creative, make the designs look good. Make it something people want to buy, and it makes all the difference in the world. All right, the next one here is Stack Smoke and Vape Shop. These are pretty popular in the area. There's multiple types of businesses like this, so I think they make good targets as well. We already actually work for a few of the bigger ones. Some of these, they print massive orders, like thousands of shirts, so they can be very lucrative and great relationships for the long run. Another thing to remember is when you get your first order, first business interaction with these targets, it is very important that you follow up no matter how big or small, because you will not get repeat orders if you do not consistently follow up. So that's definitely something for you to be thinking about, is what are you doing to make sure that you are consistently following up and keeping in touch with them. All right, we're going to go across the street here so we're not spreading out too much. So we got another dispensary. There's like 3 or 4 dispensaries right in this congested area. We work with one of them, I know, because it's a good friend of mine. But Purple Moon, we have not worked with them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put their information in here. And they have multiple locations too. So like a lot of these other contacts, starting a relationship with them can definitely branch out to much more work than one single location. So it's very important to be aware if they do have multiple locations, what that looks like, so you can definitely expand on that. All right, we're going to keep moving here. Oh, here's another one, St. Jane Cannabis. We've actually solicited this company before to try to talk to them. Let me see if I can get them pulled up here. All right, there we go. St. Jane Cannabis Club. And this is contact number 100. So just 2 days and 10 minutes, under 10 minutes, we've already been able to put in 100 targets for our business. Now, this is where it's really going to be pedal to the metal. What percentage of these can you build relationships with? Is it, and it might start out small. It might be like 5 or 10%. You don't have a lot of luck because you're crafting your pitch or how you're going to engage these people. When you can start getting to 20, 30, 40, 50% or more, you are really dominating, and you're going to really see the value of this organizational technique of building these target lists. So on to 101. All right, moving right down here. Here's a place called Dub's Tires, Broken Arrow. They do really cool rims and things like that. And you can see I'm familiar with some of these businesses, but I've never gone the length to put their information in and actually have a plan to strategize on how we're going to connect with them and get tier level threads and stuff in front of them. So, another thing to think about when you're doing this is look at the opportunity of leaving reviews and things like that. Like, you can walk into some of these businesses when you notice they don't have a lot of reviews and say, "Hey, I'd love to leave you a review right now." After you get to know them the first, second time, and then ask for the favor in return. Like, "Hey, if I leave a review for you right now, will you do one for me as well?" And sometimes they're more than willing to do that. So definitely don't hesitate on that at all. All right, so we're going through here a little bit more. All right, there's rib crib, and I'm going to kind of back out here a little bit. There's a fire station, Euro King, great business, very good food. A good friend of mine. We actually have already been in talks about doing garments for them as well, so they will definitely be a good follow-up that has fallen through my crack. It's just been busy traveling. I haven't had a chance to eat there lately, but actually that might be a good look for lunch today. All right. And it's weird when you dedicate an hour to this straight with no interruptions. I know sometimes my phone rings and I have to attend to certain things, or it's very important to realize that when you have a timer and you use a timer, whether it's on your phone or like right now I'm using a product called Loom, LOOM.com, and it has a timer running with the recording time with the camera and everything, so it makes it very easy to time manage it for the hour. But the more precise you are about putting in times and information like that, or just keeping yourself accountable, it definitely helps, the process of feeling accomplished. So here's a health food store that I kind of skipped over, but I want to go ahead and put them in there as well. Health food stores are very trendy, popular right now, especially in multiple demographics. So, some of these businesses you might look at and say, wow, like, I would never think they would do business with us, but you'd be surprised. Some of our biggest relationships we've had were from the ones we least expected to do business with. So, sometimes you have to pitch creatives. You've got to pitch ideas and concepts to get them excited, and it really can make a big deal for you. All right, we're just going to kind of go down this way for a second. There's not too much in this area that I'm impressed to put on there, but I wanted to go over here. So there's a new development coming on the corner right here. We're getting a Tacos for Life. I don't know if you guys have been there. It's awesome. All right, so Flight Safety. This is a company that I really want to build a higher level relationship with. They are very innovative in flight safety type equipment, stimulation, things like that. So I definitely am looking for a way. I need to meet with some decision makers there. It's a lot different process than going into a normal local business. This is definitely a process where you're going to have to work for the person responsible for doing uniforms and polos and company event type stuff. And we can might actually go to the website right now and do a little research, see if we can find out any information on that. But I mean, this is a pretty big company located right here in Broken Arrow. A lot of engineers work there and so forth. So let me pull up their website real quick and we'll see what we can find information-wise. And it's taking a second to load. You can see it's a massive building right there if you're looking on the YouTube video. And by the way, all of these are on YouTube, so be sure to follow the YouTube, subscribe on YouTube as well. It's definitely some good information to see this visually as well. So, hold on, they're having a little trouble loading this, so I might have to go to LinkedIn a little bit later and do a little recon there to see what information I can find. So, all right, so let's keep working this little area right here. Whitefish River Market would be a really good candidate. They have 2 locations, I believe. Very good food, actually. Fresh seafood. Everybody in there is in shirts and things like that. So, again, all these opportunities are right there. You just have to go in and ask the right question and see if you can cultivate a relationship. And all right. keep going here. I'm going to get their phone number. Well, we're about 15 minutes in. We're already at 106 contacts for the week so far. So we started at 90 or 92, and we've already added over 10 in just under 15 minutes. So let's keep moving along here. You know, it's crazy because I've had a really busy week, a lot of late nights. The little one has golf right now, and I'm extremely tired today. And that's just being honest and transparent with you guys. But this is not something you slow down on. I mean, this is, you know, when these opportunities are here, you just keep moving and keep things in process, and it really starts to help. I know it seems extremely lacking motivation when you're tired and at your last edge, but you know, you just have to keep doing it and hopefully get there. So this one is a coffee shop. We're kind of going down Main Street in Broken Arrow right now. This is a really cool little coffee bistro place. Definitely a great candidate for ordering shirts and things like that. I don't know if this one sells shirts in. Some of the other coffee shops do. So this would be a great opportunity. I think they're a newer ownership as well. But this is a cool little plaza. It's where the Hub Gym is, one of our favorite clients. Shout out to Luke and Josiah. Awesome guys. I work out there as well. Have incredible trainers, and I need to work out more consistently there, which is another habit that I'm working on right now. So, all right. So I'm going to go in here. There's another tattoo shop. Yep, my buddy Justin owns this. Really cool place. We've actually already been in talks about shirts. I'm going to go ahead and put him on the target list, even though we haven't done anything yet. But he does some really cool artwork, incredible tattoo artist. So you definitely want to check that out as well. If you are into tattoos and stuff, not many of you are. I happen to love them, so as you can tell. So anyway. All right. We're going to get the phone number. Like, again, we're always getting as much information as we can, just so when we go back to add more information, we're not really scattering to get basic information that we're looking for. So the Hub Gym is already a client of ours. I'm going to skip over that. So, this is a really cool place. It's called Cherry Ann's. It's a very simple type restaurant. Some of the best Italian food I've had in the local area. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Like, I think we made a reservation to get in there. It's not like crazy fancy, but the food is phenomenal. So again, you know, I know the waiters and staff in there are wearing embroidered shirts, chef shirts, things like that. Most of all you print shops can obtain information or products like that. So don't ever rule something out because you think it's out of your scope. It's definitely an opportunity there for you. All right, we're about 18 minutes in, and we're going to keep moving here. So, all right, so we have Tim and Louie's Barbershop. I think one of my guys in the shop has reached out to them before, but I'm going to go ahead and put them on the target list so they can follow up if they have. Again, really cool local barbershop vibe. There's a couple of those in this area. I know there's one in Coweta as well. The Tulsa Man Cave, another really good business that my friend Cynthia owns and runs. So, I mean, they order shirts. I mean, they sell shirts. Their clients love to buy stuff that represent that kind of trendy barber, just like rustic vibe feel. Makes you feel like a man. Have beard. All right, we're going to keep moving here. See, basically, this is like Twitch, but instead of playing video games, we're building a target list. So it kind of makes it, probably not as cool, but oh well. All right, we're going to keep moving down around here. State Beauty Supply, they probably do some corporate type marketing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on there as well. Again, they have employees that work in there, especially in the summer. They might like wearing cool t-shirts or something that's not as hot. Polos, lightweight polos, things like that. So, all right, we're going to keep moving here. Let me go ahead and get the phone number. Like I said, this is very different than, just doing it. having to commentate, which I'm very excited about doing. It just makes it a little slower moving where you can really move on this if you're not doing that. But for the point of this documentation, I wanted to do that. So this is a really nice building. It's a 4-story building called the Brio Rose Apartments. There's going to be businesses underneath that have not moved in yet. So this is something I think just for the apartment staff complex. I mean, they're always, they've got people logoed and looking good. The promo materials can be huge for them when people come to visit. Pens, notepads, all the basic simple stuff. But like, what are the other creative options they could have that really let people remind them that or they go to events and they're trying to get tenants in there. I don't think this place is fully occupied yet, so they're probably definitely going to be looking to get things filled up over the next year as well. And there's Tier Level Digital Marketing. That's our company. We recently just moved out of this facility, but you can see we're right there listed on Google. So we're actually have moved our corporate office to Coweta. The print shop is closer to this area. That's why we've been working in this area as well. So, all right, we're going to keep moving down here. So this is the Broken Arrow Chamber of Commerce. They order shirts and stuff all the time. Who they order them from, I don't know. But I know sometimes you got to be careful because politics can get really messy when you start working with any city organization. But it never hurts, to see if they want to do business with good companies that deliver on time and are not crazy. So, that can always help. Sometimes you got to be careful with schools and churches and government because they can take forever to pay just because of systems and policies. So just be very careful about that as well so you don't ever get in a situation where you have so much money out you can't keep that balance. This is another one that I really want to connect with. This is a great restaurant called the Bramble. They have a couple locations. I know at least 2. But this is we've seen celebrities eating here, like Lana Del Rey, the guy she was dating from the first 48. I don't think they're together anymore. But it's a really cool restaurant, very good food, and they give you these cool plastic cups you can take home with you. So I don't know why that is exciting, but they are actually really nice. So. But who's printing those cups? Who's making those cups? So we have tons of vendors in our promo arsenal that might be able to help them save money or get better deals on that. So, there's so many things that you can offer these potential customers that will help get them more exposure, save some money, whatever. All right, we're going to keep moving down here. Stone Creek Spa and Salon. This is a really nice salon, too. They do massages, I believe, everything. We're kind of working our way down Main Street Broken Arrow right now, so again, we're only up to about 23 minutes, so we're making some good traction today. I forgot another church on the other side of the road I need to go back and add as well. And that's another thing too. Think about this summer. All the churches are doing VBS, Vacation Bible School. So it can definitely be beneficial to get in front of them. Right, most of them have already started right now, but it can be very, lucrative because some of these churches have hundreds and hundreds of kids that go through VBS, and making shirts for them. Sometimes they typically plan it in advance, but sometimes it can be more last minute. So I think letting them know that you're available to do shirts for their VBS program is a great opportunity to expand business opportunities with them as well. And then they have lots of small groups, events throughout the year. They can really be consistent monthly, quarterly clients for your print shop. So don't ever rule out churches in that capacity. All right, we're going to keep moving down here. Water's Edge Winery, really cool restaurant, very good food. They've actually done some embroidery with us, but we have not done t-shirts or other things with them yet. So we definitely need to follow up with them and see what opportunities there are. This is actually a really cool place inside. It's got a cool vibe, cool look, and definitely worth trying out if you haven't eaten there yet. They give you a lot of food though too. Like I can never finish my meal there, so you always have something to bring home. But again, that's what's so exciting is like so many good businesses, good restaurants, good services in this area. So it's like there's never a shortage of opportunity of things to do. This is one I've been wanting to connect with, Lorianne Baking Company. Oh, coffee, pastries. I mean, I think they do a lot of wedding cakes and stuff. Food is amazing. They actually sell shirts in there, and they actually look really cool. They do a lot on, I think, comfort colors and things like that. So, we already know they're ordering shirts. They have some other small things they sell in there. But it would be a great, I've met the owners before, but need to follow up with them because they'd be a great to do some consistent printing, but maybe even help out with some unique artwork or some cool ideas that they can choose from as well. But they do have some really good design work already in the store. And they're getting ready to expand, I believe, so that'll be really exciting to see what they're doing. All right, and we're going to kind of keep working our way over this way. First National Bank, there's so many businesses down here, and it's literally like you can just do it all by foot, so it could definitely be worth it. Putting the banks in there, I think the bank, I mean, every time I go in the bank, they're wearing their own polos and things like that. Again, more and more opportunities that are available if you're just willing to go out, ask questions, and have conversations with them. Like I said, if you're just listening in now, be sure to check out the YouTube video. Just type in Sean Michael Lewis, S-E-A-N, Michael Lewis, and you can definitely see the video of this as I'm doing it in real time. So it'll definitely be beneficial for you to kind of just see the flow of it, what information I'm putting in first. So we are up to 118 targets already, so this is awesome. So we're going to be back here, Fat Tire Bike Shop. This is, there's actually 2 bike stops down in Broken Arrow. Both of them are really cool locations, facilities. They sell some very high-end bikes. There's also some entry-level stuff as well, so I think they would have some really cool shirt designs because bikers are very passionate and will definitely support their local shop. All right. And we're going to keep moving. We're up to 120 we're getting ready to put in here. So we have the Broken Arrow Dance Academy. This place is always busy. Lots of young up-and-coming dancers. Ballet, jazz, hip-hop, they do it all. And we're going to put this information in here. And again, you can see I haven't even left the zip code yet. This is just showing how much opportunity is right. You know, sometimes you're like, I hear people say, "Oh, we're so slow. We're so slow. There's not any business right now." Well, have you gone out? I mean, look at this. I mean, we have in just 2 hours and 30 minutes, we have put 120 places that we know we want to target within a few mile radius of our print shop. So, you really can't use those excuses when the opportunities are there. So, and this is where my daughter goes to school, Summit Christian Academy. So we've been starting to print for different sports teams there. I am trying to work on getting the main account to do, because honestly, I've bought shirts through them and they're extremely expensive. I don't feel like it's set up really for the school to win. We have some really cool ideas for fundraising and helping the schools make money without having to put as much money out front, or if any. So these are some really cool concepts where we're trying to leverage with the private schools in the area and things like that, just to help them be better prepared and raise more money. Now, another thing about Summit Christian Academy is part of the assembly, and I'm actually going to put this one on there because this is one of the biggest churches in Broken Arrow, which isn't too far away, but this is one of their satellite campuses. But I think if we could get in there and really cultivate that church, I guarantee you orders thousands of units of shirt a year. And I think it would be really cool to have a solid relationship with somebody like them. I'm sure they already have one, but maybe they're not happy. Maybe they're ordering online from afar because they couldn't find anybody locally. Like, what can we do to really help them as well from a design standpoint and just turnaround time? A lot of times when you get big orders, shops can't put them out fast enough. Can you? And that's where you start to look at that. You can really justify and make some enhancements there as well. All right, so we're going to go back here to Main Street. And, wow, Wow, we're just about 30 minutes already. So we got another 30 minutes to go, and we're going to hit some more. I think we're going to get most of Main Street in today. You can see I'm just scrolling around right here how many businesses are in there. So let's go ahead and hit the first one, Main Street Tavern. Again, all I know the waitresses all wear shirts in this business. We eat there all the time. It's like, why have we not built these relationships? But this is why the target list is going to help with that accountability to start really getting these opportunities to fruition. So again, and like I said, if you're watching this, this is not to brag and show you, oh, cool, look how I'm doing this. It's just to show you what it looks like where the rubber hits the road. Like, you have to see this, believe it, so you can do this yourself. I mean, if you're spending so much time and you're not motivated and you can't have a habit like this, have a half hour, an hour. I mean, look, if an hour is too much for you, I know I might have steeped that up to scare some of you off, then start with 15 minutes a day. Start reasonable and work your way up. It's not that difficult. Start with a little bit, and then when you start to see the results, start spending more time doing it. Because it's beneficial to you to put that time into it. You can go a lot further with it. So downtown here, we're getting some more restaurants. There are a good handful of restaurants down here. I know most of them all have shirts either available or their employees are definitely wearing something logoed. And they really have a cool vibe. So the Rose District is a really cool area. I mean, we had our corporate office there for 3 years. So it was really awesome before moving to Coweta. All right, we're going to keep moving. Oh, Stuggy's Cigar House and Cocktails. This is a really cool, vibe type place. So I would highly recommend, if you like cigars or things like that, check it out. But I bet I've seen their shirts before, so I think they definitely have some cool designs and ideas and concept as well. So, and what's really cool is I haven't met a lot of owners, so I think doing the podcast Beyond the Thread is going to be really cool for them to get some free exposure, but also to just truly learn about them. What do they do? How they started their business? What obstacles do they face? What can we do to help them? And I think it makes all the difference, because that's the thing when you think about t-shirts, people start wearing them that buy them, or you give them away for promotional reasons. It's a great form of advertising, so it can go a lot further than just what you're seeing. All right, the next one we have here is Dos Banditos. I'm dying to eat there because I haven't been there yet. It's a new Mexican restaurant, really cool artwork inside. I met the owner briefly, but I was out of town, and I know he was busy because he just opened this restaurant, but I'm pretty certain we're going to be doing some work with them as well. So, again, it's been packed since opening, which is awesome for any restaurant or any business. But it's nice. Main Street Broken Arrow has really good restaurant options down there. All right. So we are now up to 126. As of last week, I did not have 126 targets. Now I do. And this is, like I said, you just keep pushing it through. When you feel defeated, when you feel tired, keep going. This definitely pays off. And the energy that you will get by putting this clarity in front of you will help build momentum and motivation for having to get out there and do that, because you're putting in so much work. It's going to start paying off when you start really cultivating these relationships, especially when you have a good day and multiple people on this list want to really talk with you, engage with you. All right. I'm going to go and put their phone number in there as well. This is in the Raw. They have multiple locations as well in Tulsa. Very good sushi, Asian cuisine. I highly, highly recommend it. All right, the next one we got here is the Rooftop, another favorite restaurant for locals here in Broken Arrow. And it is exactly what it says. It is a rooftop. It's on the roof, and it's actually really cool, especially when it's not too hot outside. You can sit outside, and obviously the winter makes it brutal. So, but they have an indoor too, and a cool bar in there. But again, who are they ordering shirts from? All right. So I hope you guys are taking this seriously, that you're starting to do it for yourself. I would love to hear if you started doing a target list. Like I said, if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, put yourself on some type of commitment, because the momentum of this really starts to build up when you get into it. And not only that, I'm learning a lot about the area of other businesses that are in the area that I wasn't aware of. So it's definitely building a sense of confidence and awareness that I didn't necessarily know was there. But, even though I might know all these are there, the intention of actually reaching out to them, because now I see them, it's definitely a different perspective now just from doing this habit building technique. So we have Andolini's Pizza. They have multiple locations in the Tulsa area as well. I do know they print a ton of shirts, because when you go in the restaurant, they have them displayed all across the upper roof or walls of the roof, near the roof. So, all right, we're going to keep moving. So this one right here is Rattlesnake Cafe. It's a brand new place. I really want to try it, but it's like a coffee shop. But I do think they have some little food or pastry type stuff in there, but I'm excited to try that because it just opened recently, I think this year or late last year, which sucks for businesses that had to do their launch and grand opening in a COVID year. It was definitely not ideal. And it sucks because a lot of people put a lot of money behind their businesses, and that hit with no warning, and it made it very difficult year. But luckily in a city like Broken Arrow, the people were not as stingy about staying home and wanted the economy to keep going, so it kept going, and a lot of businesses didn't suffer as bad as other places in the country. So there's another business over here that's like another bike shop, but I'm trying to pull it up. It looks like, yep, there it is right there. The Spoke House. It's another well-known bike shop on the Rose District, Main Street. I'm going to go ahead and put their address in here. Just a couple little things I can do to speed this up. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. Is when you have repetitive areas like this, you can kind of just cut and paste it, just so you're not having to type over and over, and then you can just delete this part. And let me get their phone number as well. Like I said, like a lot of you are like, well, if you're gonna go there and visit, why do you need their phone number? Why do you need their address? And like this, when you start putting this into CRMs, you can start building routes and day plans and things like that. So it definitely has a strong benefit to do that. All right, I'm gonna keep moving down here. There's a couple little novelty type shops, boutiques. So I think they're really good candidates because they like to sometimes make their own shirts and sell them. So we're gonna kind of put a few of those in there as well. Gosh, I'm so tired today. Such a long night last night. I didn't get to wind my day down until about 2 a.m. So which is a pretty normal week for me, but I think it's all catching up. All right, we're going to keep moving here. So Arrow Flowers and Gifts is a cool flower type shop. I don't know if they have delivery drivers, things like that. They definitely, again, some of these are smaller businesses. They're not going to be big orders, but like you said, you don't know. They might own other businesses. They might have other projects they work on. They might be looking to do a bulk of shirts to sell in their facility or their shop. So don't ever rule somebody out just because you think it's not a good fit. Like I say, once you get all their emails and cell phone numbers, you can really start to do some follow-up campaigns to keep them engaged and active with specials and things that you're doing. All right, STG, this place right here is really good. They do gelato. I heard they were getting ready to do bagel, but I believe they're part of Andolini's, or the ownership group that owns that. So this, again, start working all these individual contacts. You might be able to build some really good relationships long term. A lot of people have asked me too, this is kind of interesting, well, what about all the shops in your area? They're seeing you put this target list together. Well, that's great. They have access to the same information. I'm not doing anything that they don't. Now, I'll probably be a little more private when we start getting personal information that's given to us via form of business card or somebody exchanges information. But, that's the thing. Most people don't want to put in the work. They're going to do this for like a day, and then they're going to quit. They're going to give up. So it's more about like, what are you doing to be consistent when nobody else is willing to be the consistent player in your market? You don't necessarily have to be the best talker, best salesperson, but if you're just consistent, you will win 9 out of 10 times at the end of the day. And that's where, it's so funny. Like, people get mad about competition. They're like, oh, they're reaching out to my client. No, we're just trying to build relationships with everybody in our in our market, and that's what our goal is. And if you're not building that relationship, and we're having the opportunities to build it for you or without you, then that's on you. You have to step up your game and make sure that you're really staying on this from a sales perspective. A lot of businesses do not understand sales. They do not understand, what it takes to be successful. I mean, we do a lot of consulting in the disaster restoration industry, and I see it all the time. People are dropping the ball. They're not following up. They're not doing targeting like this and prioritizing who they need to be working with. So it does make a big difference when you start cutting corners. And it's like I've always said with the sales cycle, if you start cutting corners, you start neglecting things, you're going to miss out on opportunities and not have the results that ultra high performers do have. So very important to realize that. Be self-aware of what it takes to be successful. All right, we have Noble ET. I know they have multiple locations too. We, I believe, have printed for them before through one of our partners that does signage work for them. But again, nobody has followed up with them, so it's a great way to keep business going. And hopefully when a lot of these start coming to fruition, you become the go-to company because people know your name. You have outbound relationships being built. It will start to really make a big difference for your business. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and hit a few back here. Let's go a quick drink. All right, we're up to about 41 minutes. I'm going to try to get another good chunk of businesses right here. So we have Rocket Fizz, Broken Arrow. This is a franchise candy store. It's a really cool shop. Like, they have sodas and stuff, all kinds of rare stuff you typically won't see. Some root beers, ginger ales, some weird drinks you've never heard of. All kinds of candy from all over the world. Very cool place. Seems to always be busy, so that's a good thing. And sometimes, they might have to order shirts and garments from their corporate office, but a lot of times franchises have the power to do it locally as well. So you don't ever want to just rule that out because you don't know. Then we have Fleet Feet here. I believe they're part of a bigger organization. I know they're locally owned, but that can also be a lot of runners and, passionate people about that. So, I'm going to put their phone number in here as well. All right, we're going to move our way back here. So these are some really cool places back here as well. Simplicity, the Experience Salon, the Succulent Shop, which is a booming business where you kind of go and make these little plants. You can do it for birthdays, individuals, ladies' night. They got a little bar in there. So some really cool stuff in here. Simplicity, actually know the owner, Lynn, of this place. Really cool boutique. A lot of boutiques struggle to make it. This is one that's been around for a while, and she has really cool stuff from candles to decorative stuff for your walls and stuff. She does sell some clothing in there, I believe, but just a really cool vibe, really cool employees. I highly recommend that you check it out. It's one of the cool shops in the area. Broken Arrow is a really cool place. It's got a lot of growth opportunity. Even the surrounding areas like Coweta, they're all really starting to boom right now. The housing market's good. Hopefully the economy stays this way, even though it's getting a little scary with inflation and other things creeping up. But we're not going to get political while we're building target lists. We got to stay focused on what we're trying to accomplish here. All right, so I'm putting more phone numbers in for the salon. All right, and the next one is going to be This Girl Can Cook. This is a cool place. It's like a culinary school where I think you just I don't know if you sign up for long-term classes or you do like a one-time event, but it's like a really cool like kitchen vibe, and it's been there for a while, so I'm assuming they're doing really well. But again, another good target. People are in and out. People want to share about their experience. T-shirts allow you to help do that. And when you get into the world of promo items, remember, there's a lot of items out there. So, most of these businesses are probably ordering something customized with their name on it. You need to make sure that you're studied up, and whether you're with Sage or PPAI or AFI, you want to make sure that you are are well versed to things that if you walk in and see something they have, if you know something better, that you suggest that you get that out there, because a lot of times people don't know the capabilities of what we can do beyond general printing, embroidery, etc. So it's very important to communicate as much as you possibly can. All right, we are up to 45 minutes. We are up to 143 contacts. We have so far, we started at 90, so we've already put in about 53 today. So it's been a very good day. I think we're going to break 150 today, which is awesome. All right, here's another salon. I'm going to go ahead and we're still on Main Street Broken Arrow, so we're kind of moving a good direction. What's cool about this place is you can actually go down there and walk this whole area on a sales day. Especially the weather's nice. It's been raining a lot this week, but... Alright. You can see it's just a lot of cutting, pasting. If you talk about exhausting yourself, this will mentally exhaust you. But it is so worth it, because this is not going to be a list that you just throw away next week. This is going to be something you can continue to work off of over and over and over again. All right, we got a State Farm agent here. I'm going to put him on there as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut and paste a few more of these. You'll see I kind of keep doing this, so it just saves some time from typing more and more. Brown, I don't know if I know him or not. Alright, I'm going to go and put his phone number in there as well. Alright. Allie's Discount Scrubs, big client of ours, one of our favorite clients. We've worked with them for several years. So they're already in the process of working with us. Here's one that I really want to connect with, the McGraw Realtors. I actually bought a lot through a realtor there, but their realtors love having shirts. I mean, this is something you can set up programs where the realtors can buy them or order them from you, especially embroidery. They love a lot of embroidery, but they do a lot of events too in the community and things like that. So it definitely does not hurt to reach out to them as well and try to cultivate those relationships with realtors, because a lot of them have a lot of employees in their office. It could be 20, 30, 40, and they like having representing their company. You can do name tags for them as well, magnetic name tags. They love doing stuff like that. I mean, there's pretty much everything in the promo world you can order: cups, bottles, glasses, pens, paper pads, whatever, stress reliever balls. I mean, you can get it all, so don't neglect that by any means. All right, we're going to keep moving down here. Actually, I'm going to go up here. Broken Arrow Brewing Company. I actually played golf with these guys. Well, I didn't play golf. Our kids played golf on the PGA Juniors last week, and we got to meet them. Really nice couple. This has been a totally very successful business. It's one of the only breweries in the area, so it's really cool that it's local, and they do sell shirts because I see people wearing them all the time. Alright, I'm putting phone numbers. So we're down to about the last 12 minutes, so we're going to keep pushing. I want to break 150 today, so I'm excited about this. Alright, so we're going to go back over here. And let's keep looking over here real quick. Oh, here we go. Hi, Arrow Exterminators. Service-based company, always a good fit for screen printing and embroidery. They definitely have uniforms. They want all their techs and producers to be wearing uniforms like any other service-based business. So huge opportunity to possibly work with them as well. I know they're a bigger pest control company in the area. Hold on, let me get their phone number. And you can see as we're doing this, it's very diversified list. It changes a lot, different categories of businesses, things like that. So, it's definitely there's no way to describe it. I mean, like right now I'm doing a nursery, Raska Nursery. Again, I've been to several nurseries in the area. They all are wearing usually, uniform type shirts or polos or something, that represents that they work there. And don't you hate that sometimes when you go into business and nobody's wearing like they either work there, they look like they work there, and you get it confused. Like it should be very clear when somebody works for someone, so you can get the help or guidance that you need. And too many times that doesn't happen. All right, Land Runs brand. I want to go and see what they do because they've been around for a while. It looks like, and I've never been in there. So, again, this is like with the Beyond the Thread podcast. There's so many opportunities to actually go in and build relationship and learn what people do. I mean, again, when you're in a city like Broken Arrow, 100,000, 110,000 people, it doesn't hurt to start to get to know people and see what their business is all about. It's great for them because they want to network. They want to get their word out about what they do. So I don't think you're going to get a lot of pushback when you go in with that attitude of wanting to learn more about them and not making it about you. All right, I'm going to put the phone number in there real quick. I just pull up their website because I want to see what. So it looks like. In quality outdoor products to online retailer and distribution, we have probably been a part of the Phoenix flashlight growth. So this is cool. So they actually do really cool, like just outdoor type gear. Oh, definitely need to go there now. That's pretty cool looking. All right, the next one here is called the Backyard Market. I'm not sure what that is. I don't even know if it's still there. The Willow Creek Mansion. So wedding venues. So this is definitely, they're going to have staff and probably uniform or dress codes, obviously, when they do events. But they work with a lot of wedding planners. And guess what? Weddings like to buy custom things like T-shirts to give to guests or bridal parties or things like that. So it's a very good opportunity to try to work with wedding venues because the networking can be astronomical. And then also going to wedding shows. I mean, that's been a little quiet over the last probably year because of COVID. But they're definitely going to be lucrative long-term moving forward. All right, so Tiger Den, we've talked to them before about doing contract printing, and I definitely need to follow up with them because they would be a huge... hold on 1 second. I missed the wedding venue one. It's called Willow Creek Mansion. Sometimes you gotta be careful when you're moving so fast. You can skip things and forget to put things in. So, especially when you're tired. So I don't encourage you to do it. To get well rested. All right, Tiger Den. They saw a lot of school merchandise and stuff, so they'd be really good to be in their good graces for printing. All right. So kind of going down Main Street right here. And hit this one. This one is called Tasty Treat. And we're going to put their address. We've done some mock-ups for them, but we haven't worked with them yet. So that'll be a very good follow-up. And let me get their phone number. All right. Creative Outlet Studio. Sewing shop. Pretty Beauty Bar Eyelash and Spa. I'm not too familiar with that one. Alright, let me go down here a little bit more. All right, there's some in here that I want to add on here real quick. So we got Baby Ruth Sports Bar, Robert Ramsey Allstate Insurance. Be careful, I'm going to be a conflict. I've got a good friend that runs an Allstate, so I don't want to make him mad. All right, Ruth's Sports Bar. I mean, sports bars are great contacts for this because they can easily sell shirts to the locals that go in there consistently. So I would definitely recommend, not neglecting any of those as well. Get their address. It's crazy. Like I was out this week and I had to go to my storage unit, new building. I met probably 2 or 3 people that I gave business cards out to that I never knew before that owned businesses just because they asked me what I did, and it started from me asking them what they do. So it's very interesting how when you are very question focused, how far that will go to building relationships for you for your business in general. So definitely do not be afraid to ask questions and elaborate on that as well. All right, I'm going to keep working our way down here, see if there's anything else I want to hit right here real quick. Ooh, Not Your Grandma's Cupcakes. This place I heard is awesome. Obviously a cupcake shop, but are they ordering shirts? I don't know. My daughter goes there all the time. I haven't been in there, but I've had cupcakes from there. I just haven't been in there to eat them yet, but again, gives me a good reason to go there now. I got high review rating. All right. So we are up to 156. We still got a couple minutes left, so we're not gonna cut out of here early. We're gonna keep moving this forward. So here's another church, Harvest Church, Broken Arrow. Like I said, churches are good options, especially with VBS and other things. But sometimes they're gonna want small orders if they're a smaller church. But working with them to help is always a good thing. They could grow and develop into something bigger long term. So you absolutely don't want to neglect that. Ever, or judge a book by its cover, like they say. And I'm gonna go put the address in there. All right, 156. Still got a few minutes left. We're gonna keep going. Clean Car Auto Detail Services. Oh, good reviews too. I know these guys wear shirts because I see them out there working all the time, or any detail place. So, again, great opportunity to get some more exposure. I mean, can you just imagine when you go up and down these streets like this, if you can cultivate and build the relationships and genuinely try to get to know these businesses and build relationships that they're doing business with you over time? I mean, you're going to grow your business by hundreds of thousands of dollars if that's the case. But you've got to be willing to put the time in. You've got to be willing to do target lists like this, or you're never going to get there because you're not really creating a roadmap for your success. All right, here we go. Prestige Roofing and Remodeling. They're actually neighbors of ours out here. I actually need to talk to them about our new building, or one of our other roofing companies that we work with. All right, let me get their address on there. City. And again, when we get the CRM, it's going to help calculate a lot of information because we have these columns set up the way they are, from phone numbers to addresses and so forth. All right. We're up to 159. You know what? I'm just going to go for the 160 today. We're almost there, so. All right, Broken Arrow Family Dentistry. And yeah, sometimes when you hit your time limit, just doing that one more can make all the difference in the world if you think about that. So, even when you're out in the field doing targeting, prospecting, what does it look like if you just do one more for that day? Well, you start adding that up, that can be several hundred more for the year. So micro opportunities are definitely beneficial to you. So you don't want to necessarily look at something and say, oh, I'm tired, I'm done. And then you skip out and then you just lost opportunity to add another few hundred to your roll or your database for that year. So be very intentional when you're doing that, because I just, we're right at an hour now. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more just to have it in there. So, and I'm kind of looking over here to see what we are. Some of these are already clients of ours, like Billy Ray's, Buzzin'. I'm going to go ahead and do Ron's Hamburgers. So, an old school restaurant type diner hamburger joint. Very, very good. I've been there in a while. I think I want to go there this week. All right. We got the address in here and the phone number. This will be the last one for the day. We are up to 160 targets. You can see this is moving faster every day. We were at 90 by the end of day 2. We were at 30 something on the end of day 1. And today, I'm excited to announce we have 160 targets. So we will easily break 200 over the course of the 5-day period for doing this. So very excited. This list is really coming together. And again, we're not even more than 5-6 miles from our shop yet. And we already have this amount of contacts. So very excited about this process and where it's going. Thank you guys so much for listening. Be sure to subscribe to Screen Printing Marketing. Never miss an episode. Don't forget to join in for the last 2 episodes of building the target list. And I'm going to be doing some more micro episodes next week to document the process of what we're going to do with these targets. So I know this has been a long week, a lot of listening. I know many of you probably didn't make it through, but I just want to show you what it takes and for you to hold yourself accountable to do this in your sales role, and you will start to see more success. So anyway, have a great week. Have a great, a lot of cool stuff coming up this weekend, 4th of July, fireworks. So you got to get excited. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.